Hey everyone, this is Rai here. In this video, we're gonna learn about quadratic equations. If you don't know what quadratic equations are, these are equations with a second degree polynomial. In order to solve these kind of equations, you have to determine the a, b, and c. So here's the first example of the quadratic equations. As you can see on the right part, this here is the square binomial kind of equation. So in order to solve this kind of quadratic equation, you have to solve the square binomial first. If you don't know how to solve the square binomial, here are the rules you can follow. Rule number 1, square the first term. Rule number 2, twice the product of the first and second term. Rule number 3, square the second term. So basically, in this example, we have to copy the left part. But the right part will be answered by the square of binomial method. So 3x squared is equal to 9x squared, and 2 times 3x times 2 is equal to positive 12x. And finally, 2 squared is equal to positive 4. So the next step when solving this kind of quadratic equation is pretty much the first part when it comes to solving a standard quadratic equation. And that is to transpose all terms in the right part to the other side of this equal sign. So to transpose all numbers, you have to change the sign from positive to negative and from negative to positive. So you have to copy the left part, and the terms on the right part will pretty much be the same, except that the signs are changed. So these are all positive numbers or terms, so it is changed to negative. And then I put the equal sign and then the number 0. The next step in solving the quadratic equations is to combine the like terms. Since the 9x squared doesn't have a term like this, like the x squared, I'm gonna have to copy it. This one here, the negative 9x squared. And to solve this part, you have to follow the rules of the integers. And how do we solve that? Well, the operation is addition. Since the x variable and the negative 12x have different signs, we have to subtract them. And the x is equal to number 1. So x, the variable x, plus negative 12x, or the x variable plus 12x, is equal to 11x, and negative 11x. Since the higher value is negative, the answer should be negative. So the whole numbers, both whole numbers, have negative signs. So automatically, the answer should be a negative number. So negative 5 plus negative 4 is equal to negative 9. After this, I put the equal sign and then the number 0. And that is the answer to this part. But we're not done yet. We still have to determine the a, b, and c. So a is equal to negative 9, b is equal to negative 11, and c is equal to negative 9. there is no need to put the variable x or the x squared. And that, my friends, is the final answer to this problem. So here is the second example of solving quadratic equations. And to do this kind of quadratic equation, we have to do the FOIL method. So if you don't know what the FOIL method is, I'll show you. The FOIL method comes from an acronym FOIL. F means first term, O means outer term, I means inner term, and L means last term. So the next step is to multiply all terms according to the FOIL method. The left part will be answered by the first part right here, while the right part will be answered by the second part. So 6x times the variable of x is equal to 6x squared. Now 6x times negative 1 is equal to negative 6x. Then 2 times the variable of x is equal to positive 2x. And 2 times negative 1 is equal to negative 2. I'm putting the equal sign here. Then I'll solve the second part. So 2x times 5x is equal to 10x squared. Now 2x times 4 is equal to positive 8x. Now negative 3 times 5x is equal to negative 15x. And negative 3 times 4 is equal to negative 12. Now the next step could go in two ways. One, you can transpose all terms in the right part to the other side of the equal sign. Then basically just do the same as we did in the previous example. The second way is what I call the shortcut method. And to do this, you have to combine the like terms on the left part and the right part. Since 6x squared doesn't have a like term, I copied it here. As you can see, all terms with the variables of x have like terms. So negative 6x plus 2x is equal to negative 4x. Again, you have to follow the rules of the integers. And the next step, after this, copy the negative 2 equal sign and then 10x squared. Positive 8x plus negative 15x is equal to negative 7x. And copy negative number 12. As you can see in the last part of the video, the whiteboard is really the rest of the steps didn't fit in one whiteboard, so I erased the FOIL method multiplying area and put the rest here. The next step is basically the same as the last example. Transpose the numbers to the other side of the equal sign, copy the left part, and change the signs of the terms in the right part. And then put equal sign and number 0. Since all have the like terms. All numbers here have the like terms. We're gonna have to solve the x squared first, then the ones with variable x, then the whole numbers themselves. 6x squared plus negative 10x squared is equal to negative 4x squared. Again, you have to follow the integers. Then negative 4x plus positive 7x is equal to positive 3x. And finally, negative 2 plus positive 12 is equal to positive 10. Then add the equal sign and 0. Finally, we'll determine the a, b, and c in this example. So a is equal to negative 4, b is equal to 3, and c is equal to 10. So I hope you learned something new in this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.